Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt that your makeup was sitting on top of your skin instead of blending in and bringing back the glow you want to see? So many women over 50 tell me their products suddenly make them look tired, even when they feel vibrant inside. The beautiful truth is that you can lift and brighten your entire face with a few simple adjustments. Today, you will learn 20 modern makeup tips that bring back softness and radiance. Stay with me until the end. A beautifully glowing makeup look always begins long before the first product touches your skin. One of the biggest challenges mature women face is that makeup suddenly seems to emphasize dryness and texture. It is not that your skin has failed you. It is simply that it needs a little more nourishment than it once did. When the skin is thirsty, even the most expensive foundation will sit on top of it and highlight every line rather than soften and smooth. The good news is that hydrating your skin correctly can transform your entire makeup routine. Begin by applying a gentle moisturizer that feels rich without being heavy. Give it a moment to absorb so it can soften the surface and create a smoother canvas. You can even warm a tiny amount between your hands and press it into the cheeks and temples. This brings back natural suppleness that makes your makeup glide rather than cling. If your skin feels particularly dry, add a light hydrating primer on the areas that tend to look dull. It keeps makeup flexible and prevents that tight feeling that many women describe. You can also mist your face lightly with a hydrating spray to bring back a fresh look. When your skin is well prepared, everything that follows looks more youthful and radiant. Softness returns. Makeup blends effortlessly. You feel like yourself again. Now that the skin is prepped beautifully, we can move into creating an even brighter base. The right foundation can make your entire face look instantly fresher and more lifted. A common mistake many mature women make is reaching for heavier foundation in hopes of covering uneven tone or texture. The problem is that thicker formulas settle into expression lines and create a flat mask that steals the natural vitality from your skin. This often leaves women feeling older the moment they finish their makeup, even when they were hoping to feel renewed. A lightweight, flexible foundation is the secret to restoring a youthful glow. Look for formulas described as serum-based, radiant, or skin-like. These blend into the complexion rather than sit on top of it. Apply a small amount at first and build slowly only where you need extra evening. Using a damp sponge or a soft brush helps spread the product gently without tugging mature skin. Focus your application on the center of the face where most unevenness happens naturally. Let the outer edges remain softer so your skin looks alive and dimensional. If you feel tempted to add more coverage, pause for a moment and step back from the mirror. You may notice you need far less than you think. The result is a lifted look that feels comfortable and looks believable. Your complexion appears brighter and smoother while still looking like your own skin. With a beautifully even base in place, we can now refine the areas that truly need attention. If you are finding this helpful so far, tap like and subscribe. It truly supports the channel and helps more women discover these tips. Stay with me, because the last point might surprise you. Targeted concealer placement can brighten your face without settling into lines. One of the most common frustrations women share is that concealer makes their under eyes look heavier rather than smoother. It gathers in fine lines, creates a chalky cast, and often draws more attention to the very areas they hope to soften. This leaves many women feeling discouraged because they believe their concealer is the problem when the real issue is placement. The key is to use less product and apply it only where it truly makes a difference. Focus on the inner corner of the eye where natural shadows tend to be strongest. A tiny amount blended gently with a fingertip or a soft brush is enough to brighten that area without creating a thick layer. Avoid taking concealer all the way to the outer corner. That part of the skin usually has expression lines, and placing makeup there can accentuate them. Instead, use a light tap of a hydrating formula and let the moisture soften the skin. The result is a refreshed under eye area that looks awake and natural. You appear brighter without losing the softness that mature skin deserves. Now that the eyes look more awake, we can add back healthy color to the cheeks. The right blush texture can bring youthful warmth back to your entire face. Many women over 50 avoid blush because they worry it will make their skin look patchy or highlight texture. The real problem is not the color itself, but the dryness that often comes with powder formulas. When powders sit on mature skin, they can create a dull, flat finish that takes away from your natural glow. This can leave you feeling washed out even when the rest of your makeup looks beautiful. A cream blush is a simple way to reintroduce freshness. It melts into the skin and mimics the look of a real flush. Choose soft rosy or peachy tones that reflect the warmth you naturally had in your younger years. Apply a small amount to the apples of the cheeks and blend upward toward the temples. Your fingers or a soft brush both work well because the natural warmth helps the product disappear seamlessly. You will notice how your complexion suddenly looks lively and healthy again. A touch of cream blush lifts the face and restores that radiant softness many mature women miss. Now that the cheeks have a gentle glow, it is time to make sure your overall color choices flatter your natural beauty. Choosing the right undertones can brighten your face instantly when your hair turns gray or white. A shift in hair color often changes how makeup sits on the skin. Many women notice that shades they once loved suddenly feel harsh or make their complexion look dull. This can feel confusing or even discouraging because it seems like everything that used to work now washes them out. The truth is that gray and white hair simply ask for a slightly different balance. Cooler undertones tend to complement silver hair beautifully. Soft taupes, mauves, plums, gentle pinks, and cool neutrals bring light back to the skin without clashing. When colors are too warm, they can turn orangey against gray hair and create a tired look. To find your best shades, hold products near your face in natural light. Notice which tones make your skin appear brighter and which make it look shadowed. Once you see the difference, choosing flattering colors becomes effortless. When your undertones harmonize with your hair, your whole face appears more radiant. Your eyes look clearer, your skin looks fresher, and your natural beauty shines without effort. With the right colors in place, we can now focus on blending techniques that keep everything soft and modern. Gentle blending can make makeup look smoother and more natural on mature skin. One of the challenges many women experience as they age is that makeup seems to settle into lines more visibly than before. This often creates a textured look that can feel frustrating because it appears as though the makeup is highlighting the very things you want to minimize. The truth is that the blending technique matters just as much as the product you choose. Using a light hand is the secret to achieving a soft, seamless finish. Begin with small amounts of product and build gradually. Instead of sweeping motions that tug the skin, try tapping or pressing movements. This approach keeps the makeup where you want it while avoiding pressure on delicate areas. A slightly damp sponge can help blend foundation, blush, or concealer without leaving streaks. For eyeshadow, use fluffy brushes that disperse color gently. If you ever feel the makeup looks too strong, go over the edges with a clean brush to soften everything. The result is a smooth, diffused look that brings back a sense of freshness and grace. Your makeup appears blended rather than placed, which keeps your overall look modern. Now that your blending technique supports your natural beauty, we can move on to enhancing the brows for subtle lift. A softly shaped brow can lift your entire expression without looking overdone. As we age, brows naturally become sparser and lighter. Many women feel that their eyes look less defined even when the rest of their makeup is done beautifully. This can create an unbalanced look that makes the upper face appear heavier or more tired. The challenge is finding a way to bring back structure without creating harsh, drawn-on lines. A subtle, feathered approach works wonderfully on mature features. Choose a brow pencil or pen that matches the natural color of your brows. Use light, short strokes that mimic real hairs rather than a solid block of color. Focus on filling in the areas that look thin while keeping the overall shape soft. Brush the hairs upward and outward as you work. This creates a lifted look that opens the eyes and frames the face gently. If your brows tend to fade during the day, set them with a small amount of clear gel for a polished finish. When your brows look naturally defined, your eyes appear brighter and your whole face seems more awake. It is one of the easiest ways to bring youthful structure back to your expression. Now that the brows have provided lift and balance, we can choose eyeshadow colors that enhance mature eyes beautifully. The right eyeshadow colors can bring instant brightness and definition to your eyes. Many mature women avoid eyeshadow because they feel it makes their lids look heavy or emphasizes texture. The issue is not eyeshadow itself, but the shades and finishes chosen. Colors that look beautiful in the pan can sometimes appear muddy or harsh on mature skin, especially when they compete with silver or soft blonde hair. This can leave you feeling unsure about what truly enhances your eyes. Choosing modern, soft tones makes all the difference. Cool taupes, mauves, rosy neutrals, and gentle plums add definition without overwhelming the eyes. They bring out natural brightness and blend seamlessly with gray or white hair. Avoid overly warm or metallic shades, as they can turn orange or highlight creases. Apply a wash of the lightest shade across the lid. Add a slightly deeper color to the outer corner to lift the eyes. Use a fluffy brush to blend in small circles until the colors fade beautifully into each other. This keeps the eyes looking fresh rather than heavy. When your eyeshadow tones flatter your complexion, your eyes appear clearer and more awake. The entire face looks more harmonious. Now that your eyes have natural dimension, we can add soft eyeliner to create gentle definition. A softer eyeliner technique can define your eyes without making them look smaller. Many mature women stop wearing eyeliner altogether because they feel it drags the eyes down or creates a harsh look. The real issue is not eyeliner itself, but how it is applied. A strong, solid line can overwhelm delicate lids and make the eyes appear heavy. This often leads to frustration because you still want definition, just not the intensity. A gentle, smudged approach creates beautiful refinement. Choose a pencil in charcoal, taupe, or soft brown rather than black. Apply small dots or short strokes along the upper lash line instead of drawing one continuous line. Then use a cotton swab or fingertip to soften the edges. This technique thickens the appearance of the lashes without creating a bold strip of color. You can add a few tiny dots on the outer third of the lower lash line for balance. Keep the inner area clean so the eyes stay bright and open. The result is a modern, flattering shape that lifts the eyes and makes them look more defined without losing softness. It enhances your natural beauty instead of masking it. With your liner in place, the next step is mascara placement that truly opens the eyes. The right mascara placement can make your eyes look lifted and refreshed in seconds. Many mature women notice that mascara starts to smudge more easily or makes their eyes look weighed down. Often this leads to skipping mascara altogether, which can unintentionally make the eyes appear smaller or more tired. The challenge is not the mascara itself, but where and how it is applied. Start by curling your lashes gently. This simple step opens the eyes and creates an instant lifting effect. When applying mascara, focus primarily on the upper lashes. Use light upward strokes and concentrate most of the product toward the outer corners. This creates a soft, fanned-out look that adds lift rather than heaviness. Avoid using too much product on the lower lashes. A heavy application there can cast shadows and pull the eyes downward. If you choose to define the lower lashes, use a very light touch and apply only to the roots. Look for formulas that are smudge-resistant and not overly thick. These allow the lashes to stay separated and soft while avoiding transfer during the day. When mascara is placed thoughtfully, your eyes look larger, brighter, and more youthful. It brings back that openness that many women miss. Now that your eyes are fully lifted and defined, we can move on to shaping the lips with gentle precision. A soft, well-placed lip liner can reshape and lift your lips instantly. As we age, the natural borders of the lips begin to fade. Lipstick can feather more easily, and many women feel their lips look thinner or less defined than before. This can create hesitation around lip products because a harsh line can appear dated, while no line at all can cause the color to bleed. It often leaves women feeling unsure about how to strike the right balance. The secret is using a gentle, blended lip liner. Choose a shade close to your natural lip color. Begin by lightly sketching along the outer edge of your lips rather than pressing firmly. Use short, soft strokes that mimic the natural texture of the lip line. Once the shape is in place, gently blend the liner inward with your fingertip or a small brush. This softens the border while still giving your lips structure. This approach prevents lipstick from feathering and creates the look of fuller, more balanced lips without any harsh outline. Your smile appears brighter and more polished. With your lips softly framed, we can now choose colors that naturally brighten the face. The right lip color can bring instant warmth and life back to your complexion. As women mature, they often notice that their favorite lipsticks do not look the same anymore. Colors that once felt flattering may now appear dull, too dark, or too flat. This can be discouraging, especially when you want a shade that makes you feel alive and confident. The shift is not your fault. It is simply that your complexion has softened over time and needs colors that reflect that change. Look for shades that have a touch of rosiness or berry. These colors echo the natural tones that fade with age and gently bring them back. Soft reds, warm pinks, and tinted balms create fullness without overwhelming the face. A sheer formula is especially flattering because it adds color while keeping the lips hydrated and supple. Apply a light layer first, then build slowly until you reach the brightness you enjoy. If you want a natural look, tap a little of the product with your fingertip to blend it into the lips for a subtle stain. The right lip color lights up your entire expression and brings back that youthful vibrancy. Now that the lips are glowing, we can add warmth to the complexion in a modern and natural way. A touch of bronzer in the right places can revive warmth without looking heavy. Many mature women avoid bronzer because they fear it will look muddy or emphasize texture. The real challenge is that traditional bronzing techniques often focus on strong contouring, which can drag the face downward and create shadows that feel aging. This can lead to frustration because you want warmth, not a harsh frame around your features. A modern approach is to use bronzer sparingly and in areas where the sun would naturally warm your skin. Choose a sheer, matte, or satin finish in a tone that is not too orange. With a soft brush, apply a light sweep along the outer edges of the face, including the temples, the upper forehead, and a gentle touch along the jawline. This adds depth without creating dark lines. You can also add a tiny amount to the top of the cheeks, where blush meets the foundation. This blends everything together beautifully and keeps the complexion lively rather than flat. The result is a soft, healthy warmth that makes your skin look alive and youthful. It adds quiet dimension without shouting for attention. Now that your complexion has gentle warmth, it is important to keep your finish fresh rather than dull. A light touch with powder can keep your skin fresh instead of flat. Powder is one of the quickest ways to take years off or accidentally add them on. Many mature women apply powder out of habit, thinking it will create a smooth finish or prevent shine. Instead, it often settles into lines and removes the natural radiance that helps the face look soft and youthful. This can lead to a dull, heavy appearance that feels disappointing. The solution is to use powder sparingly and only where it is truly needed. Focus on setting areas that tend to crease, such as the sides of the nose or the center of the forehead. Choose a finely milled formula with a natural finish rather than a full matte texture. Apply the tiniest amount with a soft brush and tap off the excess before touching your face. Think of powder as a way to control specific areas rather than an all-over product. If your skin feels dry, you may not need powder at all. Instead, rely on well-hydrated skin and modern formulas that stay flexible throughout the day. When powder is used gently, your complexion stays bright, smooth, and alive. It allows your natural glow to shine through, rather than hiding it. Now that shine control is handled gracefully, we can celebrate techniques that enhance your natural features instead of masking them. Emphasizing what you already have can create a more youthful look than trying to cover everything. Many mature women feel pressure to hide their lines, textures, or changes in facial shape. This often leads to using heavier makeup in hopes of recreating the face they once had. Unfortunately, this approach usually has the opposite effect. It can create a mask-like appearance that feels disconnected from who you are now, which can be discouraging and even uncomfortable. The real secret is to enhance your natural features rather than conceal them. Start by identifying what already looks beautiful on your face. It might be your eyes, your cheekbones, your smile, or even the graceful structure of your jawline. Use makeup to highlight these areas with soft definition instead of trying to erase every sign of age. Use sheer textures on the skin, gentle color on the cheeks, and subtle brightness around the eyes. These choices allow your features to shine without competing with heavy coverage. When you enhance rather than hide, you create a more authentic and elegant result. This approach restores confidence and celebrates the beauty you already possess. Now that your natural features are brought forward, we can focus on techniques that give the entire face a lifted appearance. Simple placement changes can create a naturally lifted look. One of the most common frustrations for mature women is feeling like their makeup drags the face downward. This often happens when products are placed too low on the cheeks or too far below the lash line. These placements can create shadows that pull attention away from your natural structure and leave you feeling older than you are. The solution is to think upward with every gesture. When applying blush, place it slightly higher on the cheek so it blends toward the temples. This lifts the face and adds a gentle sense of brightness. When working with eyeshadow, keep the deepest color at the outer corner and aim it upward rather than outward. This placement opens the eyes and avoids creating heaviness. Eyeliner should be tight to the lashes with the softest lift at the end. Even lip color can contribute to a lifted look when the Cupid's bow is gently emphasized. These small adjustments make a meaningful difference. Your makeup appears balanced and intentional, and your features look naturally refreshed. Now that your placement enhances lift, we can choose products that stay flexible on the skin throughout the day. The right formulas can keep your makeup smooth from morning to evening. Many mature women feel discouraged when their makeup settles into lines shortly after application. It can create a tired or uneven look, even when the rest of the makeup is beautiful. This often leads to the belief that their skin no longer works well with makeup, which is not true. The real issue is that some formulas are simply too dry or too heavy for mature complexions. Look for products described as hydrating, creamy, or flexible. These formulas move with your skin, rather than drying down into a stiff layer. Lightweight foundations, moisturizing concealers, and cream-based blushes are excellent choices because they soften the appearance of lines instead of exaggerating them. When testing products, place a small amount on the back of your hand. If it feels tight or dry after a minute, it may cling to lines on your face. If it remains smooth and comfortable, it is more likely to blend seamlessly. Using products that stay supple creates a fresh and naturally youthful look. Your makeup will appear more like skin and less like a mask. With comfortable formulas chosen, we can now explore how to shift your look effortlessly from day to night. A few small adjustments can transform your daytime look into an elegant evening finish. Many mature women worry that adding more makeup for the evening will make their face look heavy or overly done. This often leads to skipping enhancements altogether, which can leave you feeling underdressed or washed out in evening lighting. The real issue is not adding more makeup, but choosing the right areas to enhance. Start by refreshing your base with a light mist or a touch of moisturizer pressed gently into the skin. This brings back softness without disturbing what you have already applied. Add a little extra definition to the eyes by deepening the outer corner with a soft neutral shade or adding a touch more eyeliner. Keep the placement lifted so your eyes stay bright. A slightly richer lip color can add instant evening elegance without feeling intense. Choose a shade that feels like your daytime color with a little more depth. You can also tap a small amount of cream blush onto the high points of the cheeks for a luminous finish that catches soft evening light beautifully. This thoughtful approach lets you feel polished and confident without overwhelming your features. Now that your look can shift effortlessly through the day, it is time to bring back youthful brightness with smart color placement. Placing color in the right areas can instantly brighten your entire face. Many mature women feel their makeup looks flat even when the colors are beautiful. This usually happens not because of the shades, but because of where the color is placed. When blush, shadow, or highlight sit too low or too far inward, they can create shadows that make the face look tired. This can lead to the sense that makeup is no longer flattering, which is discouraging. The key is to place color in areas that naturally catch light. A soft cream blush blended slightly higher on the cheeks gives a lifted look and brings warmth toward the eyes. A touch of soft shimmer at the inner corner of the eyes can brighten the entire expression without emphasizing texture. Even lip color plays a role when it is concentrated at the center and blended outward for fullness. Choose shades that feel soft and natural, then pay attention to how they sit on your features. A simple upward placement can make your complexion look more radiant and lively. With thoughtful placement, your face regains softness, structure, and youthful light. Now that your makeup reflects brightness, it is time for the most important tip of all, the one that transforms how you feel about every step you take. The most powerful beauty shift happens when you stop fighting your lines and start embracing them. Many mature women feel an unspoken pressure to hide every sign of aging. Lines, texture, and changes in firmness can feel like something to correct, rather than something that reflects a lifetime of emotion and experience. This pressure often creates sadness or frustration because no amount of makeup can erase the natural story your face tells. That struggle can take away the joy of getting ready. The truth is that your lines are part of your beauty. They hold memories, wisdom, and moments you have lived fully. When you stop trying to cover them and instead work with them, your makeup becomes softer, more natural, and far more flattering. The entire process becomes easier and more enjoyable. Use products that enhance glow rather than hiding texture. Choose creamy formulas that soften the skin without trying to erase it. Blend lightly so the makeup moves with your expression. When you smile, let your makeup smile with you instead of fighting against the movement. You will notice a powerful emotional shift. Instead of feeling like you are trying to be younger, you feel like the most radiant version of yourself at the age you are now. That confidence is what makes your beauty unforgettable. With all 20 tips in place, your makeup routine becomes a celebration of who you have become. Now that the final tip is complete, we will finish with the closing message. Thanks for watching till the end. If this video helped, please like and subscribe for more. If you found this helpful, I promise the one on screen now will be a game changer for you.